The FNAF fandom is interesting, to say the least. In recent years, obviously FNAF has been the biggest indie game franchise in the world, I'll say, unless there's another one that I'm missing right now. But I do think in terms of fandom, it's probably the biggest that we have right now. And obviously, there are a lot of different people. So I decided to make a couple different categories over here, 7 to be exact. And if you are in one of these categories, please don't get offended. It's just a joke. And if you like it, subscribe, and let's just get straight into it. By the way, thank you so much for the support on the last video. It was my first time making a video like this, and you guys seem to like it, so we're gonna keep it rolling. First type of FNAF fan, we have the fake fans. Now these are the fans that started being fans mostly after TikTok, and if you've seen the recent trend of like nerd out and then some popular people putting like the most random things, like you guys know what I'm talking about, these are the fake FNAF fans. These are fans that never actually even liked FNAF back then. They probably did bully people who liked FNAF back then, and now all of a sudden, because it's like trendy to like FNAF, all of a sudden everybody's a FNAF fan. These people are not actually real. They're not into the games as like playing the games or even like watching videos on the game or even knowing the lore or anything like that. They just say they are because it's funny to say Freddy Fazbear, or you guys know what I mean. You probably met somebody like this, right? The next type of fan is the extra. Now these aren't even bad, but they should probably go outside. This is the person that has read every single book, has seen the lore of every single mini game, has watched every single game theory video, just is up to date on every single aspect of the lore. You can ask him any question about any animatronic and he can give you a detailed description of how they were made, who's behind what. It's just crazy the amount of knowledge you know. And some of you guys are like this when you guys were in the comments on my last videos, like, hey, that's cool. It's not even that bad, but maybe let's go outside a little bit, because the amount of the times that the lore's changing, I tried to be this one fan at one point. I tried to watch all the videos and try to catch up, but the lore is always changing, and then a new game comes out and turns out what we thought we knew was fake. It's just too much to keep up, honestly. But if you know all this and you keep it all up, props to you, bro. The third type of fan is the Hot Topic fan. Now this is the fan that owns everything from Hot Topic. Now why am I saying Hot Topic so specifically? Well, because they're the store that has like the most FNAF merch I've ever been to. Like, you've seen the pajama pants, you've seen the shirts, you've seen the hoodies, you've seen everything. They even sell earrings. It's kind of cool. But this fan just has basically the entire FNAF wardrobe. Everything they own is FNAF. All the clothes they have is FNAF. And now that I think about it, I don't have a single article of clothing of FNAF, so we got to change that for the movie. So maybe I'm gonna make my trip to Hot Topic and get something over there. Who knows? The fourth type of fan is the collector fan. Now this one is pretty cool, but I'm just wondering, where are you getting this money from? Because this person will have every single FNAF figure from every single brand and just every single piece of media for FNAF, if it's all the games and all the books and everything like that, and they just collect everything FNAF related. They have all the plushies and everything. And in this economy, how are we affording to get all of this? Like, at one point I wanted to buy some plushies because I thought they were cool. Look at these prices. I cannot be buying these plushies right now. Like, are we serious? And FNAF is one of the most annoying franchises to collect figures, because they'll give their license to anyone but never the coolest ones. Like, imagine an articulated like 12-inch FNAF like Freddy Fazbear figure. I would buy that in an instant. But no, 6-inch, 5-inch, whatever we're gonna call it. But no, we get these random ones, which, I mean, they have their appeal, they're pretty cute, but I personally am not a fan of it. But anyways, some people that are just gonna buy every single piece of FNAF merch, and of course they're not just gonna buy like the Freddy of this merch and the Freddy of this merch, they're gonna buy all 4 animatronics. If they don't even stop and go to the other ones, they're gonna buy all 4 animatronics for every kind of merch. And I'm like, bro, where is this money coming from? Like, I can't keep up with this. I'm a person that likes to collect stuff too, but like, I'm into Pokemon cards right now, bro. My wallet is crying, bro. The fifth type of fan, we have the watch onlys. Now these are people which I respect to a certain extent. So these are people that never actually played or play the FNAF games anymore, or used to, or whatever. They don't play the FNAF games, but they mostly just watch YouTubers play, whether it's Corey Kenshin, Markiplier, or anybody like that. They just watch the person play and call it a day. Which, I mean, if you're the person who like actually watches their entire playthrough and the entire video and everything, that's fine, because I mean, at that point you just learned everything about the game watching the other person play. But if you quote unquote watch, you don't really watch it all through, and then you also don't play the games, and then you're trying to say that you're deep into the FNAF, it's like, it's a thin line. It's a thin line. I'm gonna let you guys decide. What do you guys think of people who do that? Not the ones that watch the video fully and watch the entire series of somebody playing, but the people who watch like part of the video and then maybe they skip around some parts to see the coolest parts. What do we think of that? If it's a person who doesn't play the games, doesn't fully watch the videos, how does that rank? Is that valid? Is that invalid? Let me know down below. The sixth type of person for this video is the cosplayer. Now this one is very hit or miss. You're either going to find somebody with the coolest piece of cosplay you've ever seen, handmade animatronic, super tough, or you're going to find somebody like this. It's very hit or miss, but I respect it. You know, as like when I said in my other video that I went to the FNAF movie and there's people dressed up as Foxy and Bonnie, I was not lying, and that's pretty tough. And like I said, if there's gonna be more cosplay in this movie, the second movie, there's gonna be a Toy Chica cosplay, let me know. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. FNAF cosplayers are honestly really cool because like almost every single one that you see are the animatronics, and since they take like more effort than just putting on a shirt or whatever, they are very well made, and you can see the time and effort somebody put into them, like cutting the different pieces of cardboard or whatever material they're using. So most times they turn out really cool. So if you're one of those FNAF cosplayers that like really like to make your own cosplay, that's like props to you. That's extra, but in a good way, you know what I mean? Like I could never see myself like spending time to do all that. I can't focus. I can barely focus on editing a video. Imagine making a whole cosplay. And then last but not least, we have the old heads. Now what do I mean by these? These are the people that have stopped caring about FNAF since FNAF 6, about then, maybe even earlier, but are the people who ever since Steel Wool took over, or ever since the like mainline FNAF games stopped happening, like the FNAF 6, I would like to say that's the end of the mainline. They just stopped caring about FNAF. They just always talking about how, oh, it was so much better before, and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. And hey, everyone's welcome to their opinion to think that the old games are better than the new ones, because that's honestly not a crazy statement. But I do think it's a stretch to go ahead and just stop caring about FNAF as a whole because the old games were better or whatever. And I mean, they do have its charm, being able to like sit inside of the security room and like watch the cameras or whatever. But to be honest, guys, this might be a hot take, but nowadays those type of games will never work, in my opinion. Because let's be honest, bro, the people nowadays have no attention spans. You guys scrolling on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, they can barely watch a full YouTube video without putting it 2 times speed. Imagine you have to sit over there and go on the cameras and everything. Like some people would do that very cool, but I feel like a lot of people that did it back then would not do it now, if that makes any sense. But I do think they should remake like the old games in maybe like a free roam sort of way, or like please just give me a story mode FNAF fan, like a security breach, like exactly how the security breach gameplay was, but like in the regular Freddy Fazbears. That would be great. That would be peak. But anyways, that is pretty much it. I just wanted to cover all these bases. Again, thank you guys so much for the support you gave me on my last video. Like it really does mean a lot, because a lot of times when I edit videos and I spend hours editing them and then I post them and the video gets like 20 views and I just want to like tweak out because like, come on, I actually put effort into this video. But last video I put effort and you guys actually supported a lot of you guys left some comments. I try to reply to every single comment because I just enjoy like having those conversations with you guys, so that was pretty nice. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.